Universe Spider here from Walden West Science Camp, and I'm here today with two of my co-workers who are sheltering in place at my house right now instead of at camp, which is normally where they belong. Everybody say hi to Chunky. Hey Chunky. This is Chunky the No Waste Monkey, and this is the evil and dreaded Garbage Gator. Now usually the gator is trying to eat the monkey, but they decided to call a truce, during this crazy time when we're all stuck at home. And I needed them to in my house. I didn't need them chasing after each other. At Walden West Science Camp, we take helping the environment really seriously. And one of the things that we try to get kids to do when they're at camp is to not waste food. Food waste is a huge problem in this country. I don't know if you know this. Sometimes up to 50% of food that is made can get wasted before it even gets to your plate. There's a lot involved in food production. And when it gets wasted, it's not just the food itself that's going to waste. It's all the things that went into the making of that food. There's a lot of energy and resources that went into it. So today, what I want you to think about is first a question. What did you have for breakfast this morning? Just think about what you had for breakfast real quick. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to pick one thing that you had for breakfast this morning, and we are going to trace it back to where it originally came from. So you can do that in your mind with just about any food you can think of. Right now, I'm going to use one of my favorite things for breakfast: pancakes. If I do say so myself, I do make some amazing pancakes. So let's talk about pancakes real quick as an example. Where does a pancake come from? It doesn't just come from mixing things together at your house and pouring it into a pan and flipping it and then eating it. There's way more to it than that. There's a bunch of ingredients going into it. Now, if we went over every single ingredient that went into a pancake, this might be a really long video. So we're not going to do that. Instead, let's just take the three main ingredients of a pancake and break it down. So we got flour, we got milk, and we got eggs. Let's talk about the flour just for a little bit. Now, where does flour come from? Do you know where flour comes from? It's something that's ground up, right? If you said wheat, then you're right. There's a lot of different kinds of flour, but one of the main kinds that we use is wheat flour. So the flour gets ground up from wheat. Now, where does the wheat come from? You gotta have land to grow the wheat. You gotta have a farmer to tend the crops. You gotta have water, and then there's machinery involved. And what does that machinery run on? That's right, it runs on fossil fuels. Well, there's a lot that goes into flour. What about the milk? Where does milk come from? That's right, it comes from a cow. So, how do you get milk out of a cow? Well, we're not going to go there. Fact is, the cows have to have a place to live, and you got to feed them, and they need water, and they need a lot of land to live on, and you need a bunch of machinery, again, to get that milk from the cows. So there's more fossil fuels involved, there's buildings involved, there's electricity in those buildings. And don't forget, where the electricity comes from is usually the burning of fossil fuels. And you all know what happens when you burn fossil fuels. You got pollution going into the atmosphere. We'll talk more about that in another video. And then we got the eggs. And where do eggs come from? What? Yeah, they come from chickens. So the chickens need to be raised. They need a farm, they need an area where they can live, there's buildings involved, they need to be fed with some kind of chicken feed, And of course, they need water just like everything else. Now, a whole nother part of all this that we haven't mentioned yet is the human labor. There are people involved that are working hard to produce all of these things. And how are these items transported from one place to another? Not in a sailboat. It's not in a rocket ship. How is it transported? Usually in a big truck. And what does that truck run on? More fossil fuels. So the food gets transported to the grocery store. You go on over to the grocery store and you pick it up, you buy it. And what did you use to buy it? Money. So what we're trying to tell you here, everyone, is that when you waste food, you're not just wasting the food itself. You're wasting everything that went into the production of that food. Think about it. There's all the ingredients that go into it. There's the farms. There's the water. There's the food that we had to feed the cows and the chickens. There's human labor. There's fossil fuels. There's electricity. And definitely a lot of money. So whenever food gets wasted, goes into a trash can, you got to remember, it's not just the food that's getting wasted. It's all those other things that went into the making of that food as well. Now, a lot of you probably don't know this, but it turns out Chunky is the world's only songwriting monkey. And once in a while, Chunky's been known to write a song to try to inspire kids just like you to not waste food. And what he likes to do, it's a little weird, but what he likes to do is he writes a new song and he will shove it in the Garbage Gator's mouth. Don't ask me, I don't know. It's a little weird, I agree. But he'll shove a song in the gator's mouth. And that's the way he tells me that he wants to share the new song. So let's go ahead and check the gator's mouth right now and see if there's a new... Look, there's a new song in the gator's mouth. I'm kind of scared to get it because the gator he's pretty fast. And he's got really sharp, foamy teeth. Just look at those fangs. Aren't they gorgeous? Let me see if I can grab the song. You gotta have lightning quick reflexes. I got it. I'm okay. I'm alright. Thanks for asking. Alright, let's see what this song is. Oh, look at this. It's a song called Friend of the Monkey. I think Chunky wants you to be his friend. Let's give it a try. Let's see if we can do this one, huh, Chunk? All right. Looks like it goes a little something like this. All right. Hanging on his little vine and holding on the pail. Got that big old garbage gator chomping at his tail. And you'll feel fine. Friend of the monkey is a friend of mine. If we eat our food tonight, Chunky's gonna be alright. Got two reasons why that monkey holds on to that pail. First one is to save the earth and he will never fail. Second one's to teach you kids the need for conservation. Plus we feed him lots of bananas to avoid constipation. I just said constipation in the song. Got some friends at Walden, West, and they are really cool. They all come from, what's the name of your school? A groovy little school. They eat their food and leave no waste, making the earth a better place. If their plates are left all gunky, they'll all be friends of Chunky. Y'all wanna be a friend of Chunky? Hanging on his little vine and holding on the pail. Got that right. All right. Give it up for Chunky, everyone.